Can Dexter Resurrection save the franchise after 2 failed finales? Let's talk about it. I'm Pamela, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, especially if you're a fan of Dexter, because we will be covering Dexter quite a bit on the channel moving forward, because we have, of course, the Dexter prequel show coming up, Dexter Original Sin, coming out in, I believe, December, and then Dexter Resurrection, the new sequel show, starts filming in January. So definitely, if you want to stay up to date on all things Dexter, hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications so that you don't miss out. But let's talk about Dexter Resurrection. I am super pumped for this show. You guys have no idea. I am a huge fan of the original show, which started back in 2006. I've watched it maybe 3 times all the way through, and then when they were finally coming back with Dexter New Blood about 2 years ago, I think it was in 2021, I was so pumped for that. And it honestly was a really great season up until the finale. So Dexter, really dropped the ball with the finale twice, back in the original show and for Dexter New Blood. For many years, fans have not been a fan of the finale of the original show. So when New Blood came back, we were all like, yes, they're going to redeem themselves. And like I said, the whole season started off strong, and then they just failed again with that finale. It was really, really disappointing. I just think it was really rushed. I think the finale for New Blood happened too quickly. He spent the whole season not wanting to expose Harrison to what he does, and then pretty much in the last episode he wants to work with Harrison essentially and wants to go on the run with him, and I just feel like it happened so quickly. And then of course they made it seem like Dexter died, which I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I also didn't really believe that he was dead. Back when New Blood came out a few years ago, after it ended, I remember reading an article from the creators saying that they were open to doing a second season. And I've been hopeful ever since I read that article. But people out there were doubting me. I posted something on Twitter, when they announced the prequel show, Michael C. Hall posted a video about the prequel show, and I replied to that tweet saying what we really need is a second season and how the creators were open to it. And a few people replied to me no, that's a lie. Michael C. Hall said that he would only come back for New Blood if Dexter was gonna die. But I vividly remember that article, and here we are with the best news ever that we're getting another season. This honestly feels like a dream for me because, when they first announced the prequel, I wasn't really into that idea. I really didn't like the idea of someone else playing Dexter, just because it's one of those roles where Michael C. Hall just absolutely killed it, and picturing someone else playing Dexter just doesn't seem right. But then we got the great news that he would be narrating the show. I'm sure most of you already know this if you're watching this video. I did do a video on this on the channel a few weeks ago, or actually over a month ago at this point was when they first announced that Michael C. Hall will be narrating Original Sin. But the same day that that news broke at Comic-Con, they also revealed the sequel show. And this just felt like a dream come true to me. But can Resurrection redeem the 2 failed finales? I saw this article on Game Rant about this, so it got me thinking, and I figured I'd make a video and talk about it with you guys. So the article says, Dexter has become a franchise after the success of the original series, which ran between 2006 and 2013. Things went quiet for nearly a decade until the serial killer with the code returned in New Blood, which became Showtime's most watched show ever, which is absolutely incredible. The subsequent merger with Paramount led to a demand for more stories in the Dexterverse. However, there was one problem. Dexter was seemingly killed off in New Blood's biggest mistake. The original plan was for a Harrison spinoff, but that was scrapped and a prequel series was developed instead. I'm kind of glad that there wasn't a Harrison spinoff. I honestly don't really care to see an entire show about Harrison, unless of course the plan for that was to reveal that Dexter was actually alive. The announcement of the Dexter revival confused many fans due to Dexter's supposed fate at the end of New Blood, which was confirmed by showrunner Clyde Phillips in an interview with Deadline after the finale aired in 2022. He said, "I have 3 words for you. Dexter is dead. I wouldn't do that to the audience. It would be dishonest. Here, there is no question that this is the finale of Dexter. Dexter is dead." Like I said, I remember reading that article that they said that they were open to a second season. So I don't know what's going on with this. But then Michael C. Hall teased in an interview that he could actually be alive. He said, "I don't know what I'm authorized to say other than it's really cold out there," which I guess that means when it's cold, your blood flow slows down, so maybe he didn't bleed out. Oh wow, okay, this article confirms that the sequel will not be a limited series, which I'm so glad, because I was thinking like, if this is going to be another limited series, 1 season, then they can really just mess this up again. I think it needs to be a few seasons to really, flesh out this story and give Dexter the proper ending eventually. So I really hope that he finally comes face to face with Batista. I was so bummed that they did not face each other in New Blood. Also, season 1 will air in summer of 2025. That's honestly so soon. Like, it'll be here before we know it. It's less than a year before it premieres. And like I said, they start filming in January. I feel like they're also cranking out this prequel pretty fast. Like, they started filming in September, I think, which it's literally still September. So, and then that premieres in December, the prequel. So I don't know, they're cranking this out pretty fast, which kind of can be a little worrisome. Like, I hope they're giving it the time that it deserves. But at the same time, I feel like this is how shows used to operate. Back when shows used to release pretty frequently compared to today, where they take like 2 years to film 8 episodes. I don't understand that. Shows used to film pretty quickly and air pretty quickly. So I don't know. I'm pretty hopeful about this. But this article also says if the same mistakes are made, it could spell the end for the Dexterverse. This article also says many fans view Dexter as a hero for ridding the world of bad people, while the writers appeared determined to treat him as the ultimate villain at the end of New Blood. Resurrection needs to reestablish what fans love about the character and channel his good traits. I honestly don't know what I would like Dexter's conclusion to be. What would be satisfying? Like, obviously I wasn't happy with Resurrection, with him dying. Like, I don't know, should he go to jail eventually? Obviously not in like season 1. We need him to get away with it, go on the run a little bit again, maybe start a new life somewhere else. But like eventually, in the actual last season of this new show, should he get captured? Should he go to trial? Should he spend the rest of his life in jail? Should he, get executed? I don't know. Honestly, it would be interesting to see Dexter go to trial and kind of revisit all of his victims. Maybe people who we've seen in the past can come back to testify, like, Batista, Masuka, I don't know, even Quinn. I do feel like if Dexter was found guilty, they probably would execute him, which I don't want that to happen, but also could be a pretty powerful ending and kind of emotional. But maybe he goes to trial and then they're like taking him to prison and he escapes on the bus to prison and just continues the cycle. Like, is on the run, starts a new life somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know exactly what would be a satisfying ending, but leave a comment. What do you think Dexter's true ending should be? Please give this video a like if you're excited for the Dexter prequel and sequel show coming up. Definitely turn on all notifications so you don't miss out on future Dexter videos. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.